CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. It's your host, the Holy Lord Sanctus, God of the Coast, on the only radio station playing 805 hip-hop and R&B. And we're the only radio station committed to the coast. What's up, y'all? If you're watching, please make sure you drop a plug in the chat so I can give you your shout-out, because I appreciate you tuning in. We're going to count down the top 5 music videos on the coast today. And we're also going to talk about, it's honestly about sampling, but I do think it's related to this trend that always comes back around where artists get popular by freestyling on familiar beats or songs that we all know. I'm going to talk about how the two relate, how a really unfortunate sampling lawsuit can affect the artists that choose to do those kind of freestyles. The Big Time Bakes and the Cam de Guapos and that whole thing. Like, we're going to talk about how that might not be the best strategy at the end of the day. The name Uno was good. He's in the chat. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream.
Hell yeah.
If you can. And then, of course, we're going to count down the top 5 music videos. If you haven't been paying attention, we've been doing the countdown for the last week or so, and we said if anyone goes Uno says, yeah, let's talk about that. Where's the songs with the laughing emoji? We're gonna talk about it, I promise. Yeah, if you haven't been paying attention for the last couple of days, we've been doing the countdown. It's been going really well. A lot of people have been rotating into the #1 spot, and I've decided to create a challenge where if an artist can go #1 10 times in a row, then we're going to pay them. We're going to put some money in their pocket. Tyrese Reed is in the chat. What's good? He says CTC Radio for life. You're not wrong about that. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Trap Guy said, yo, I'm going to win all 10 days, and you better have cash for me, broski. So we're going to see if he wins all 10 days, but I like that energy. I really like that energy. And then, of course, we have time for some requests. So if there's anything you'd like me to play, just let me know. It's $5 Cash App or Venmo, or you can put !tip in the chat. That's !TIP in the chat. And then you can tap that link, send $5 or more, and we'll play whatever you want, as long as it's from the coast, you know what I'm saying? Or at least as long as it's hip hop. And then if there's time, we'll scroll the feed. Shout out to our sponsors, The Source. Please visit thesourceslo.com if you need any weed. And Station Head and Favor, those are two apps on the Apple app and Google Play Store. And look for Connect the Coast on both of those apps. Trap Guy said, I expect cash only, nigga. Cash only.
Let that coochie breathe.
Okay. Let's warm it up, y'all. Let's warm it up. Up first on CTC Radio, we have... Let's do this. We haven't listened to this in a minute. I'm gonna let them in. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, this is Yama from Orchid Hill. You're watching Milestone on CTC Radio. Let's go, baby.
Also, it's just a funny ass opening line. I'm really the first verse on this motherfucker too.
Hell yeah.
Booty from the back, call that a milestone. Got my style on, lime coupe on the ride home. I fly low to avoid all of my foes. I buy dro, then I smoke till my mind gone. Why lie, bro? I be dope when I rhyme poems. West Coast nigga trying to cope with the time zone. I'm on tour, but I'm missing her when I'm gone. Boy, I've been a soldier trying to kiss her through the iPhone. She was always meant to be my angel, and that's why I rub and kiss her when I bend her at an angle. If I could buy her love, I could get her on the payroll, but I don't wanna pay though. She could say no, but if she really wanna fuck with me, I'ma let her stay though. See it in her eyes that she wanna see my name blow up till I'm dripping on you niggas. Get a raincoat.
Music been my lady since I was a baby. I listened to it daily, but I started talking back when she played it. My favorite when she made a hip hop. First time I felt it, I said, babe, don't let that shit stop. But she started letting dudes mumble at her, and that left me pissed off. Was she really fucking with him, or Was it just a kiss, dog? So I said, yo, I gotta step in. I must be the answer, how I'm always getting tested. She like how I got bars but never been arrested. Like, well, I seem digestible. Reading Reader's Digest, eating steamed vegetables, lifting kettlebells, getting swole. Plus I hit it very well. Less and less, she into the hype. Best of the best, she wanna be my wife. Rest on my chest for the rest of my life. Come on, music, we can make this. Fuck the fake shit, here's a ring, babe. Will you take this?
I want no ring. Senorita, I can meet you, kick her feet up, move the seat up, had her moan and call it Lisa. Stacking bread, no pita, looking hella cute. Other people wish they could be us. Roll a Dutchie, getting comfy. That ain't my bitch, that's my puppy. Homies got my back like DJ, pulling up in the Humvee like these days. Out of nowhere, all these girls wanna fuck me. Word to Kentucky. Soul food in a bold move. Needle on the player, started spitting the cold groove. Body feeling warm, soft skin and it's so smooth. I'm not trying to tie the knot, but I'm bringing the rope. Boo, I'll show you.
Oh, hell in the green room. I hope when we callin' it rings true. All in all.
It's getting spicy in the chat. I like it. Uno says, I don't know, gang. We'll see if you win today. Let's go. It's getting spicy in the chat.
Sound. We could be the company you keep around. No pressure, homie, yeah. I'm just thinking aloud, yeah. I'm just thinking aloud.
All right, let's run it back. You know I got the Louis, but I'd rather rock my 2C. You know I stay fitted, I'm a windbreaker groupie. Always gotta have one tied around my waist real loosely. I'm clumsy like I'm sipping off a roofie. But I'm real picky choosy, so I'm only fucking if she can roll my doobie. Get high, relax, and I take her to the movie. Roll through to the crib, leave some hickeys on the boobies. Call me Cookie Monster, cause I'm kissing on a coochie. I'm a rabid dog when I hate it from the back. Yeah, I thumb up in the booty. After I nut, I roll out like it's sushi. Breaking shawty's heart just so she can sue me. Grab the rubbers off the desk, call him Luffy. Double XL, Magnum punching his goofy.
Yes, sir. CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's Green Room, or Green Hill, actually. If you're not familiar, that's a super group made up of Orchid Hill and Green Room. They will actually be performing in the Tascadero at Outlaws tomorrow night alongside Jay Riley as a DJ. So pull up, don't miss it. While we get into, actually, I think this video made it on. Yeah, we're not gonna do this one. Yeah, but they'll be performing tomorrow night at Outlaws in the Tascadero. It's free to get in. 21 and up, though, is a mandatory. Let's get into this, and then we'll talk about why sampling might not be the move, or at least why you should know exactly where your beats are coming from. This is Tequila.
Silence is a virtue and I need me an attorney. Popping wheelies all up in my gurney. You all up in your feelings, that ain't working. Got a couple toolies in the mattress. Betting that your story sound like bad shit. Throw it to the wall, let it stick. If it don't, let it rip. One to the dome, straight from the hip. I came here to buck and you came here to buckle. Bitch, this ain't the boot barn. I came here to scuffle. I came here to tussle. I'm spreading like I'm disinformation. Your girl running up Riley in rapid rotation. Ate a couple combies with LSD. See, I'm the space cadet plug with the CTC. Playing telephone with who knows who and how she knows me. Yeah, you swipe the vibe like EBT. She said last night was amazing. Knew that shit was sabotage. Crazy bitches never change like old school analog.
Oh, oh, what's that sound? Bend it over, buzz that down. Boricua, morena, boricua, morena. Oh, oh, what's that sound? Bend it over, buzz that down. Boricua, morena, boricua, morena. When I show up, is the time the party starts. We lining up the shots, you can find me where all the Barbies are. I kill a track, then I'm breaking those shawty's back. Keep it more than a buck, I've been known to keep it a stack. Entertain them like a circus act. Baby girl, sorry, I ain't fucking if the surface is flat. It's like a machine, and you know I'm gonna service that. If it's coming out the coast, you know it's hotter than a furnace blast.
Baby like a model, she swallowed me like a bottle. Full throttle, get ready to be like some poi, go inside the taco. She gripping up on my brush till I'm painting her like Picasso. Then it's back to the cheese, had to tell her, oh no, I'm nachos.
Oh, oh, what's that sound? Bend it over, buzz that down. Boricua, morena, boricua, morena. Oh, oh, what's that sound? Bend it over, buzz that down. Boricua, morena, boricua, morena.
Life of a slang.
psyched to get framed. Die for your chain, but you trying to change. Got a lot I can say. I get robbed every day, and my happiness full every time that I wake. Keep a smile on your face, keep your block off a safe. Got a bra around the way with a block on face. Called me today, said if cops on the way. If they shot me today, there's a spot I can stay to escape. Mamacita, never call you biatch. If I'm holding Nina, she gon' help me keep my Lisa in Santa Maria, from Broadway to the Pita. If she hold me down, I give her 5 mijos and me high. Since I was knee high, always had enemy guys that couldn't stand a little brown skin motherfucker with green eyes. And I can see why. If I was you, I'd probably hate me. If someone like me die, who the fuck gon' watch my babies? Crazy.
Oh, what's that sound? Bend it over, bust that down. Boricua, morena, boricua, morena. Oh, what's that sound? Bend it over.
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's Connect the Coast. It's called Tequila, J. Riley, Kid Jordy, Shorty Doo-Wop, Nico Cochise. Tyrese Reed says, so many bars. Is this county jail? We trying to get to that state prison bar level, though, but we appreciate the county jail reference. We trying to get to the what is it? The federal penitentiary. Though we need those kind of bars. Anyways, let's get into this, y'all. So, I didn't even know about this lawsuit because I had never heard of this artist. I can't lie. I'm actually not on TikTok as much as I probably should be. So there's a song apparently that had been going viral on TikTok for the last couple months, and it got like over 100 million streams on Spotify, and it ended up having and I guess this artist had been pursued by the labels, and he decided to not do a record deal. I'm gonna let Curtis King tell you about it, and then we'll react to the video. Yeah, I couldn't even. Trey Fuego, that's his name. You do have about 15 minutes to cast your vote. I did put the voting link in the description tonight, and I will do that every day moving forward. But you have about 15 minutes left to vote. We're going to start the countdown at 6:30. So there's still time to get your vote in before we do the top 5 music videos on the coast. This is Curtis King explaining the situation. We're not going to watch this whole video because I think it's like 15 minutes. But then we'll react to it. And I'm going to tie this all in to all of the freestyles that are happening right now and that trend and why it might not be the best for the scene right now. And shout out to the Miz.
Is getting sued for $850,000 after not clearing a sample, but that sample was from a bought sample pack.
Hey, keep doing your thing. We're going to get a cut either way.
Crazy.
DIYers, maybe you've heard this song. I'm going to play a little snippet of it in hopes that we don't get flagged. May have to pitch it down, but check this out.
If you don't really want to smoke, you ain't got that shit. I've been cruising down the block with a badass bitch. With my mind on the chips and it's not on my head. Fuck then I dance, yeah, I'm finna take a nigga too icy, I pull up and lay.
If you were on TikTok, I can guarantee.
That's what I didn't want it to do. Let me reset this bitch. I think she's
content. It was hundreds of thousands, if not millions.
Oh, Voice of SM is in the chat. What's good? I see the plug. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind.
Hell yeah.
We're talking about the future of sampling, how important it is to know where your samples come from on your beats, and why it might not be a good idea to follow this freestyle trend that's happening. We're gonna let Curtis King explain this situation that's actually pretty crazy. I forgot the layers to it because there are layers to it, and it's pretty crazy. But this is a good example of why you should know where your beats are coming from and why you should know if there are samples involved. Especially if going viral is your goal.
TikTok artist is getting sued for $850,000 after not clearing a sample, but that sample was from a bought sample pack.
Hey, keep doing your thing. We're going to get a cut either way.
DIY.
DIYers, maybe you've heard this song. I'm going to play a little snippet of it in hopes that we don't get flagged. May have to pitch it down, but check this out.
You don't really want to smoke, you ain't got that shit. I'm cruising down the block with a bad bitch. With my mind on the chips and it's not on my head. Fucking I did, I'm finna take a trip. Nigga, you icy, I pull up and lay.
If you were on TikTok, I can guarantee you saw content. It was hundreds of thousands, if not millions of content that included this song by Trey Fuego called 9 on My Hip, 9OMH. And that song went supremely viral.
Jody in the house.
Maybe some would argue a little bit too viral. Demiza, who is known to be a program director for popular West Coast radio station Power 106, a legendary radio exec, he talked about what happened to Trey Fuego and his song that did go viral, the one I just played for you. In this clip on Instagram, I want to get your reaction to it, because if this is the direction that major labels are going, especially as more artists are independent, it's going to get messy. Peep this out.
TikTok artist is getting sued for $850,000 after not clearing a sample, but that sample was from a bought sample pack.
That's wild.
Did you hear that? Trey Fuego, who we just played that snippet of, the producer.
That's wild.
That song
Order in
used
the court.
a sample from a bought sample pack from a producer or a sample pack company, and they included a sample that they did not clear or create, obviously, and now Sony is suing that gentleman for $800,000 plus.
So, my warning to you is watch the samples. But let me say this. Notice how it got to $850,000 before Sony sued. You know what I'm saying? Look, record companies right now, especially with this algorithm stuff and all that, you know what I'm saying? They want this to happen so that they can swallow it up. So they're going to let these things go a bit. And I guarantee you that this is not like a lawsuit and pay and it gets taken off the internet. Because with copyright infringement, what they're doing is leveraging their asset management. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, keep it going. But I think the way this will happen is they will use the leverage of the copyright infringement to get their cut.
This is my warning to independent artists, especially those of you that have been watching this content and you know how much I champion being a DIYer, being an independent artist, having your team. Yes, we're in the independent age. We're in the direct-to-consumer age. It is exciting to be a part of this. However, when you choose not to play into their game, I took my music off of streaming some months ago now, and I have not been happier since because of the money that I'm able to generate from my music that I invest so much time, so much sweat, so much of my energy into. But when you choose not to play their game, you must be careful about the way that you conduct your business. They're waiting for you to slip up. Okay, fine. We tried to sign you, an up-and-coming artist. You don't want to sign with us? Fine. Let's see if there's one of our partners or a catalog that we own that you're infringing upon. Because if that's the case, hey, keep doing your thing. We're going to get a cut either way. I mean, honestly, taking the original sample, if you were unsure if it was made by a sample creator, take the sample in its original state, make a video, right? Upload that video to YouTube, and just let it sit unlisted. just to trace if that sample goes back to an actual person that created
That's
this
a good
music
idea.
years and years ago. That would have alleviated the lawsuit that is now going to cost this gentleman $800,000 plus, and whatever that song chooses to do in the future.
So what they're going to do is sue, tell you to keep going, but now it's on Sony Entertainment, and you get a regular artist deal. So you'll get your 12%, they'll get their other percent, and who won in the end? You broke a record for them. They made money twice. You made money 12 cents on the dollar.
Sheesh.
This is great. This is classic record company leverage stuff. But watch your samples. Just be careful.
Did not tell you. Did not tell you.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
They're not worried about whether or not you want to sign to them. They know that if you're not going to conduct your business the way that you should, in terms of making sure that all of your I's are dotted, all your T's are crossed.
Okay, so you heard it first. So Sony, a major label, just sued an independent artist from TikTok because that artist used a song that he said he got from a sample pack. And for those that don't know, if you're not in the music industry, a sample pack is a pack of samples that you can buy from like Guitar Center, or you can buy them from websites. And a lot of times those samples should be cleared. So you should have the right to use those samples within your beats without having to pay any extra money, without having to contact the record label. You should be able to buy that pack knowing, with the sound mind of knowing that you're not going to run into any copyright infringement when you buy that pack. So apparently the sample pack that this artist bought, Trey Fuego, had a sample that was not cleared, and Sony owned that sample. And the way that I'm interpreting this story, if somebody knows it to be different, let me know in the chat. But the way I'm interpreting this story is that Sony, or maybe a subsidiary of Sony or a partner of Sony's, tried to sign Trey Fuego. He turned down the deal, and then they saw that through doing some asset management, they saw that his song had a sample in it that they owned anyways, and so they sued him for $800,000 in damages. And one of the things that's really interesting that I wanted to point out, that what Demiza was saying, is that they're not gonna like make him pay $800,000 out of his pocket. They're just gonna say, okay, if you want to keep that song up, if you still want to get value out of that song, then here's your new deal. We're going to own 88% of it. You're going to own 12% of it. And you're going to take a regular song. The deal you turned down, we're going to give you a worse deal than that. And you have to take it because you used this song without our permission. So we're either going to take that song down and make you pay us $800,000, or you're going to sign to the label and take this worse deal, and we're going to take all of the back end of the song. Which is crazy. So that tells you that a lot of times it depends. I still think it's worth it, because I think that sampling is worth it depending on the goal that you set, right? Like if you set the goal of like, I'm not trying to set my career off of this piece of art. Like I'm really just trying to make content. That's one thing. But if you're trying to like establish yourself as an artist based on art that other people created, it's usually not a great idea to do that. Not only because it puts you in a box, but because let's say you do start to take off, let's say you do start to gain some traction, the people that created the original music, the people that created the music that your music is based off of, then have the right to take all of the value out of that music. And so for you, it's basically a commercial. You don't get any money off of it on the back end, but because it's familiar, people might be a little more open to listening to it and to giving it a shot. So I say all that to circle back to this freestyle trend that's happening right now. I think also in the Latin rap community in Oxnard, there's a really huge like sampling trend that's going on, where they'll, sample familiar beats and kind of make them like G-funk and put them on YouTube, put them on Apple Music and Spotify, And then I see them hate. Then I see a post 2 weeks later that says, "Yo, DistroKid is hating on me because they won't let me keep my freestyle on Apple Music or Spotify." And it's like, they're not hating on you. You don't own any of that music. So if you are building your career and building your audience off of using other people's songs, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself what's more important, I guess. Is it clout or is it actual growth? Because clout does not always equal growth. Growth is more fans that are willing to spend money on your music, and clout is people who are watching what you're doing but maybe not necessarily engaging with what you're doing, and they're sharing it to other people saying, "Hey, have you seen this?" But after that action, there's really nothing happening. And so, and I don't think there's a wrong one. I don't think there's a wrong path, but if you want clout, know that you're probably not going to have true growth or sustainability. Most of the time, there are like outliers, there are extenuating circumstances, and some people are just so talented that it doesn't matter. But for the most part, if you go the clout path, you're not going to see growth, and it's not going to be sustainable, and you're going to be pigeonholed into that box. So I think 805 rappers should be very careful about freestyling on all of these very popular beats and then uploading them to Apple Music and Spotify and all that shit, because at the end of the day, like, they're not your songs. You know what I'm saying? Uno says, "Where's the songs?" And I think that's another thing too, just like artistically, like as a fan of hip hop, I don't really give a shit if you can freestyle or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think it's cool, but at the end of the day, like, are your songs hot? Are your records hot? Like, that's what's important to me. So I think this freestyle shit is trendy. I think it's cool and it serves its purpose. There's nothing wrong with it, but you can't say that DistroKid is hating on you because they don't want you to upload music that you don't own. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's not hate. That's just business. And y'all should understand that. Cool. So let's get into the countdown then. I'm going to play one more video just so I can log in and get the results. And then we'll get into the countdown. You have 2 minutes to cast your vote. 2 minutes to cast your vote. By the time I come back from this video, the voting will be closed. So tell your peoples. Let's go. CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. John Mercado says, "I am a man who appreciates originality 100%. Yeah, I think that, again, like, there's different types of listeners. I prefer the listeners that appreciate the originality. Some people don't care about that. Some people are like, I got to get it by any means necessary. So if I gotta steal, scrape, beg, and borrow, that's what I'm gonna do. And that's, I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. That's just not my path. Let's go with this joint, the name Uno. I'm not sure what song this is, but I'm sure we'll find out.
Baby got me bugging. I just is my baby, I'm lovesick. Calling up a phone, yeah, I need love. I just need you right here, I need substance. Yeah, and baby got me bugging. I just miss my baby, yeah, I'm lovesick. Calling up a phone, yeah, I need loving. I just need you right here, I need substance. And you are my angel, oh. 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 Yeah, you are my angel, oh. Yeah, I'm missing the loving that we had. Yeah, I miss you, but I ain't calling back. Hard up so I don't finish last. Yeah, I love you, you know it's not a fact. When I see my shorty, she pull up, she always get the bag. Pulling up on baby, she shake it, she make it ratchet. She just got my heart and my love, and not full attraction. When I'm loving on these freaks and them booties, you know they clubbing. And you are my angel, oh. 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 And you are my angel, oh.
she my baby now. Man, these shorty, she don't care how much I make now. And every time she reappears with my baby, I'm tripping, I want the closure. But I still won't call you little baby, I think it's so. Let me hit her back in the morning when I be sober. How you moving further away and I need you closer?
And baby,
Yeah,
got me bugging. I just miss my baby, yeah, I'm lovesick. Calling up before, yeah, I need loving. I just need you right here, I need substance. Yeah, and baby got me bugging. I just miss my baby, yeah, I'm lovesick. Calling up before, yeah, I need love.
Yes, sir. CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's Uno in Philly. It's called My Angel. CTC Radio, playing 805 hip hop and R&B every Monday through Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and counting down the top 5 music videos on the coast. Today we had a couple of new entries, which I love to see. And this is in at number 5. You feel what I'm saying? Videos from all over the 805, which I love as well, because sometimes we be getting dominated by South County, Oxnard, and Ventura, but there's a mix. You know, there's Santa Barbara County is up, Santa Maria. I think there's there might be some people from SLO on the countdown. There's definitely some people from Oxnard and Ventura on the countdown. So it's a nice mix of 805 music. But this is number 5, OG Dominator featuring Lolita out of Santa Maria, California. Fast and Crazy in at number 5. CTC Radio. John Mercado says Mr. 95 don't miss. And tagged Uno. Uno says never, brother. Never, brother. I'm glad Mr. 95 turned up and Mr. 95 turned you into a believer. I don't know that he ever didn't believe. I never heard him say he didn't believe. John Mercado says, oof, this beat though. It's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
I can feel you looking at me. I just might keep up and with like you'll like my ways. You'll never meet.
Uno says, he my dog now. Yeah, I love the connection. I love seeing that connection in the chat.
So we can go misbehave. Fast and crazy.
Hell yeah.
Like double time. Feels like what I like. She's a firecracker like some dynamite.
Dynamite. Ooh. You like that?
You know I like that.
But do you like that?
You know I like it.
Do you like that?
Girl, you know I like that.
I know you like that, daddy.
You know I like it. Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Boy, don't you know that you're making me lose all control?
Girl, I'm definitely feeling that way too. Come on, we got nothing to lose.
Hell yeah.
Feels like double time.
Tyrese Reed says the OG Dominator. He's from Santa Maria, so he knows what's up.
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Ooh.
CTC Radio, the only radio station Coast. We just started the top 5 countdown, and that is number 5, OG Dominator featuring Lolita. He's out of technically Napomo, California, but I know he also reps Santa Maria as well. And yeah, Fast and Crazy. That's honestly one of my favorite songs in his catalog. It's available now on all streaming platforms, so make sure you add it to your libraries, add it to your playlist. Give him a sub like I'm about to do right now and let him know who sent you. We're going to get into number 4. This is actually a brand new entry on the countdown as well, and I love to see it. You feel what I'm saying? Connect the Coast affiliate. It's the homie Cav. In at number 4, featuring D Banks, I Think I'm in Love. CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast.
E's video was directed by familiar strangers.
What up, girl? What up, girl? I see you. I see you. Listen, listen. Come on. You got what I want, girl. You're just my type. You're everything I like. I think I'm in love. Put that body on me. Oh, it feels so right. We could go all night. I think I'm in love. Looking in your eyes, I can see you from across the room. I won't be surprised if you got a man, but I don't.
Thank you for that reminder, John Mercado 97. He says, remember everyone, I made it available for anyone to add to the Coast playlist. So now the playlist that he shared yesterday, which is available on our video, if you look at the link on the comments, you can go check that out, especially on Twitch. Anyone can add to that playlist. So go ahead and do that.
You're just my type. You're everything I like. I think I'm in love. Put that body on me. Oh, it feels so right. We could go all night. I think I'm in love. Could it be that one who I can give my devotion to? I can hold you down. Stand by your side if you need me to. You got what I want, girl. You're just my type. You're everything I like. I think I'm in love. Put that body on me. Oh, it feels so right. We can go all night.
Baby, two-step to the moonlight, it feel right. It seem like lately you the only thing on my mind, girl. When I'm with you, we fit like a puzzle. Your friends say I'm trouble, like a dog without a muzzle. Yeah, this what love must feel like. I think about you in my dreams, and I need you on my team. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I don't know nothing else, then I know she the one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2020 plus one more, you dig? Hey, go.
Bring that body to me.
Yeah. I think I'm in love.
You got what I want. You got what I need. Bring that body to me. Said I think I'm in love.
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's Cav out of San Luis Obispo featuring D Banks out of Paso Robles, California. That joint is called I Think I'm in Love. Big 90s vibes. If you like that joint, make sure you add it to your libraries and playlists. It is available now worldwide on all streaming platforms. Let's get into the number 3 video, and then we'll scroll the feed for a little bit. This is a brand new entry. The artist is not new to the countdown, but this song is new to the countdown, and it actually just came out yesterday. So I love that new videos are making their way up the charts. Let's get into this. This is world premiere. OGT in at number 3. Find Your Desire out of Oxnard, California. CTC Radio.
I wish I was already famous.
Chance, find out what you're doing. Now you've got that one more chance. Find out what you're doing. Hell yeah.
Getting high while I rhyme, writing raps, getting fly. Wish I was already famous, but I know it's gonna take some time. Every bar counts, each verse like a loaded round. Got a few 16s that could chop a lane down. Lumberjack chop them down. She want wood. Thinking I'ma be around for long, she misunderstood. Focus on the prize. I'm a high babe, blazing O's, getting fried. Stoned when I arrive. 25-8, smelling like that fine greenery. Every time she see a raw paper, she think of me. This an ALF hoodie, now this ain't Louis V. Tryna make a name in these 805 streets. Tryna make a name the whole globe, wanna speak of. The whole globe. Don't wanna be a bum stuck in the mud. Hell nah. Need that Rick Ross Wingstop money. Yeah. Lemon pepper on my chicken, honey.
Hell yeah.
Hey, yeah. Gotta keep on grinding.
Hell yeah.
Gotta keep on grinding.
Hell yeah.
Gotta keep on grinding. Hey, yeah. Gotta keep on grinding. 25-8, smelling like that fine greenery. Every time she see a raw paper, she think of me. This an ALF hoodie, now this ain't Louis V. Tryna make a name in these 805 streets. Tryna make a name the whole globe, wanna speak of. The whole globe. Don't wanna be a bum stuck in the mud.
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's the number 3 video out of Oxnard, California. That's OGT. It's brand new. It's called Find Your Desire, produced by Sir Weezy. I believe it's out on all streaming platforms. If you like that joint, make sure you add it to your libraries, add it to your playlist. Let them know where you heard it first. We're going to scroll the feed for just a little bit, before we announce the top 2 videos on the coast. Do y'all know who those 2 videos are? Let me know. Drop them in the chat if you think you know who those 2 videos are, and let me know the order you think that is in, if you think you know the 2 videos. Yeah, and also just so you have a little more context how this works. So we started off picking 10 videos, 10 random videos that users could vote on, and then the top 5 stay in the 10. The top 5 videos stay in the top 10, and the bottom 5 videos get rotated out and new videos get rotated in. So that's what's been happening for the last few days. So the top 5 stay in, the bottom 5 get rotated out, and new videos get rotated in. There's also a slot down there if you want to vote. You can write in a video you want to see. Maybe I left out an artist that you want to see on the charts. You can write them in. You feel what I'm saying? And we'll make sure that we get them added to the chart for the following episode. If you're also new, what we do a little segment called Scrolling the Feed. That's just where we scroll my Instagram feed to see what's going on the coast and kind of inform you guys. And this is where we get a lot of our clips from. It's the foundation of the show. So we're going to do that right now. Shout out to Capsule Talk. They've been going crazy with their new podcast. Looks like they got DeMizza on there. So DeMizza got 2 features on this episode because he was also on Curtis King. And he's out of Santa Barbara, California. So the coast is really, really affecting the culture right now. I love to see it. The caption reads, "Dropping bombs. DeMizza weighs in on Kendrick Lamar and Drake and J. Cole's beef. He's giving it to Kendrick. We break down the beef." Let's check this out. Let me reload it so we can get it from the beginning. That's user error. That's not machine error right there. That's user error.
Well, you said you're giving it to Kendrick right now?
Right now, because of the first mix I heard of the Drake stuff, it didn't move me. But the second version of it, I was like, wow, this sounds much better. You know what I mean? So I was just kind of like, damn. But, you know, I'm still Kendrick right now. I love the Rodney O shit. You know what I mean? That sample is just dope to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, Drake could take it in the next one. Who knows? It's a fight. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
So
true.
we don't know who won yet. We're watching the punches right now. You know what I'm saying?
And what's your opinion on J. Cole fucking apologizing
I
on,
think
on
that was
that?
for other reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some stuff that he said in there that was a little
Order
more
in the court.
controversial.
Oh,
You'll notice
okay.
they took it off of all the streaming platforms.
Yeah.
If you listen to that record, he said some stuff that is out of line with what people think today.
Well, you said you're giving it to Kendrick right now?
Right now, because of...
That's an opinion. What's the comments talking about? Uno says, where the blacks on that show with the laughing emoji? And John Mercado says, he ain't wrong. Yo, I mean, I'm going to be real. Like, I feel like your area, Oxnard area, South County areas, they act like black people don't exist in hip hop outside of like Bacon OGT. I'm going to be real, bro. Like, that's one thing that's definitely got to change. I'm not going to sit up here and say that it's malicious. I don't think it's intentional. I just think people gravitate towards what they know, and you know, the Latin community is very, very tight knit. So I feel like if you're around your people, then that's who you're gonna reach out to first. But I do think it's like, if I was doing like fucking Latin music, if I was doing reggaeton or moonbaton or even mariachi music, you know what I'm saying, I would feel inclined to reach out to some Latin people to help with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I hope that they recognize how the optics look, because it does look a little exclusionary. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say I don't think they're doing it on purpose, but Uno's not wrong about that. That's something we talk about often. Let's see. Microphone Bless just dropped some new content. Let's check this out. The caption reads, new, just dropped, raised on video is live on YouTube. We'll have to world premiere that this week. Let's check it out.
Yeah, Delhi is the artistry, hard, it was a part of me.
All right, that's cool. That's a new snippet from Microphone Bless called Raised On. Looks like it was shot in LA. If you like that traditional boom bap, make sure you go tap in with Mike Bless. Especially if you like them aggressive bars. He got those. Uno says, because Bacon OGT went to high school out here. Everyone else didn't, and I love them. But if it's not those two, they ain't asking blacks to do nothing. Tyrese Reed says, CTC for the culture. Tyrese Reed says, I appreciate this platform. I'd be sick without it. Yo, I appreciate that. You feel what I'm saying? That deserves an applause. When we get love like that, we gotta give it an applause and salute it, man.
Hell yeah.
We can't do nothing without these artists out here, so we appreciate you doing what you do. Uno says facts. Thank you so much. But to Uno's point, like, I don't think it's just about I also don't think it's just about like the Latin community, sticking with the Latin community. I also think that we are assuming that they're even paying attention to what we're doing. And I don't think that they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I know I'm like 20 years older than all of those kids. So they're probably not even, I know we don't run in the same circles. So if we don't run in the same circles, how are they going to hear about CTC? Unless OGT or Big Time Bake tells them about it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, I know that like I tag them and shit and they see my post, but I get tagged in shit all the time that I don't pay attention to or really recognize. So I'm not going to say that it's 100% like people trying to keep us out, you know what I'm saying? But maybe you have more insight. He says, I know they are for me and my team. I'm not assuming. I don't speak from my ass or my opinion. I speak facts. And you're in that area. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never made an attempt to really tap into that scene. So I'm not it doesn't shock me that they don't go out of their way to include us and stuff. And they all look like, you know, kids to me. So I don't really, I wouldn't know them. We're not in the same like demographic. But you're in the area, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen you on the podcast, so I'm sure they've had run-ins with you. What do you think the reason for that is? What do you think the reason they might be keeping you out is? Let's talk about it. I would do another Honey Bliss appreciation moment, but then I can't be looking too thirsty, man. So we gonna say that for another day. Oh, he is a fool, bro. Oh, PCH went crazy for 420. They really did it. I wasn't expecting this, or else I would have pulled up. All right, shout out to PCH. I got to give it to him. Let's check this out. The caption says, what an incredible weekend for 420. Huge shout out to our amazing partners, Elevative, Lompoc, and Cold Coast for making it unforgettable. Special thanks to the Fossils, Rudians, and the Expendables for rocking the house at the block party. Now, come on, PCH, man. Even if it's not us, PCH. Even if it's not us, PCH. We gonna need, I know you rock with the hip-hop community because I've seen you allow them to have shows there. So when your shit is rocking like that, you gotta have at least one local artist on that shit. Like, and I mean that in the most respectful way. I mean that in the most respectful way, PCH, but that was a crazy turnout. Hold on, I'm trying to get back to it real quick. That was a crazy ass turnout. That shit looked like it was lit. Like, that's one thing that to me has to be addressed out here on the coast, is that businesses understand the power of hip hop, but when it comes to these, so they'll use it to their advantage. And I'm not saying that that's what PCH did intentionally, but I've seen this happen to where, you know what I'm saying, you'll call on the hip hop artists to do the small shit, but then when you have the big opportunities, you don't call on the hip hop artists, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's something that has to be fixed. I'm not saying don't have the reggae artists, but if you've been rocking with hip hop artists forever, you got to include them in something like this, because that's really big for the city. This looks like it was a major event, especially in somewhere like Lompoc that doesn't really have a huge population. This looked like it was a moment. That would have been really, really good for any number of artists from out of Lompoc. Big Ray the Don, FG Thriller, Rookie Rax, Steven Velasco, I could name a few more. So if you need those suggestions, PCH, hit me up next time, because I gotta see better. I gotta see more, not better, because that's great. I think that's great. That's that for the music culture, but I definitely gotta see more inclusion. Not just more inclusion on the urban side of things. Tyrese Reed says, we just need to take control of our culture again. It's too loose right now. FG would have been a good pick. That's a fact. FG got all kinds of Rastafari reggae songs, so he would have been a good pick. The name Uno says, I love the 805 Live, but I find it interesting that once again the only black on the latest show is OGT, and why? They don't want it to be ghetto. Don't want niggas taking over their event. They don't want to get upstaged. He says, we know why. Everyone feels more safer when, and I lose the chat there, but I feel like I know what you're going to say. I mean, it's a little bit hard for me to say that that's the reason. He says, we know why. Everyone feels more safer when there's less blacks around. It's simple. OG hangs out with niggas, but his niggas can't get on shows. So it's not about the culture because they take it. It has to be about color. He says, okay. I mean, look, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, I don't know that the data that I have, leads up to color. I don't know that I have enough data to say anything, you know what I'm saying? I just know that I don't see a lot of black people mixing with the brown movement out there, and a lot of the brown movement out there, a lot of the Latin like G-Funk movement, the Latin rap movement, they seem to have more traction, you know what I'm saying? And like, to me, if you're doing black culture, if you're doing black art, and you're sampling black music and saying nigga, like, y'all should be connecting with the black community. You know, I don't think there's any two ways about that shit. Like, there's no question about that shit in my mind. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and speculate on why you don't. I'm not Jesus. I'm not here to figure that out. But as the God of the coast, I'm saying we need to fix that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we need, like, it's you should be doing that. No, but I'm saying, like, I don't know. You're saying that it sounds like you're saying the reason that they're excluding it is because of color. Maybe I'm interpreting that wrong. I'm saying I don't know that that's the reason, but I am saying I noticed that there is a separation and that shit should be fixed. Tyrese Reed says exactly. Oh, we only have a couple more minutes, so let's get into this countdown, y'all. We got the top 2 videos left on the countdown. Every single day we're counting down the top 5 805 videos. We just came out of number 3 with a brand new entry. That's OGT, a new video called Find Your Desire. We had this video that's been moving all the way up and all the way back down the charts and all the way back up it again. They're in at number 2. It's Bats, Luigi, Uno with Look Better. CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. This is a brand new one. It's a heater.
Hell yeah!
Ventura Tide Pod is in the chat. What's good? They say hello. Thanks to CTC Lord Sanctus. Let's go, Bats. Uno says, if you take from a culture and no niggas are on it, but it's hip hop and hip hop culture, then what would that be about? But you like Obama, gotta keep it clean. No, I'm just saying that I think you're jumping to conclusions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it could be as simple as people don't recognize what they're doing in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that hip hop is 50 years old. So a lot of these kids, and like I said, they are kids, they're in their early 20s. They're not thinking about being culture vultures because their parents grew up playing hip hop too. So in their mind, they're just doing their thing and trying to get on. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the clout has them so blinded, and the clout is just the main focus, that they're not even paying attention to how it affects the rest of the ecosystem, because they don't even see the rest of the ecosystem. You know, like, that's, I mean, I'm saying it's from a perspective, like, you don't have a full vision of the world at 20 years old or 21. Even at 25 years old, you don't have a full perspective of the world. And I don't think that you have to kind of be politically aware and, like, emotionally aware and socially aware to even understand how your actions can affect a greater ecosystem. And I'm not sure that these kids are thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Uno says, I'm not just talking about 20-year-olds. And again, even if they're not 20-year-olds, even if they're 30-year-olds, maybe they have the mentality of a 20-year-old because all they kick it around is 20-year-olds. Maybe they're not developed beyond that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying that I'm not jumping out the window saying that they are keeping us out of the scene specifically because we're black. I don't have any data that shows that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I think that there are white people on the coast that are doing that with their venues. You feel what I'm saying? I know that to be true. I don't know that that's a fact on the Latin side. I don't know that to be true. Uno says, if you know that, I can't argue with the fact that you know. I'm just saying I don't know that to be true, and I want to state that as a fact on my show because I want to make sure people know where I stand. Because you be talking wild, so I want to make sure people know where I stand.
She holding my dick, you know she lit. Look way better when you mind. Fuck these niggas, got more dollar signs. Fuck right from the side. Yeah, pulling them panty lines. She never been with a boss. She never see what it costs. I'm sipping the lean, I pop me a bean, the diamonds be hitting us.
John Mercado says, I second that. The name Uno says, 40-year-olds, man, and he laughing. But I also think, and devil's advocate, it could be a personality thing. Maybe y'all personalities just don't mesh. And maybe it has nothing to do with race. And maybe it's like a button heads thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know them well enough. I've never had I haven't had enough conversations with people to say, like, I feel like race, like they've been racist to me, or I don't have enough data. That's what I'm saying.
Forget it doesn't work, shawty. It doesn't work, shawty. And when I die, no, I'ma want you right here by my side, no. I still haven't got you on my mind. Hell yeah. I try to forget.
Ventura Tide Pod says Luigi has the voice of an angel. He does, yo. He's super dope. And I like the vocal chains on that. That's the #2 video on all of the coast in the 805. He's in the chat right now. The name Uno. He's in that group Bats, Luigi. They just did an interview on Ventura Tide Pod actually last night. It was really, really dope. So make sure you check that shit out and get their album Winter is Around the Corner. We're gonna get into the #1 video, and I see you in the chat, Uno. I'm gonna address you. I'm gonna address what you said in just a sec. But let me pull up this video. The #1 video for the 3rd day in a row, and this is actually the longest #1 streak that we've had on the countdown so far. This is Santa Maria's own Luxury the Trap God with Fetty. This is the #1 video on the coast for the 3rd day in a row. If you like it, make sure you add it to your libraries and playlists.
I'm feeling like the one. Diamond shining like I caught the sun. Chasing chicken like I'm on the run. Bring me 2050s and a
My phone start ringing me, my trap is ready. Trap is ready.
Yo,
Dashing through the traffic like Marin's ready.
Oh no, you might have to post that longer one again because I'm getting it got cut off. But I see the one that says my stance is my stance. I don't want no one to agree with me. I'm just speaking from what I see. Yeah, I can't argue with that. I agree with that. He says I could name groups of people, but it's okay. Ventura Tide says #2. What the fuck? Come on, Uno, get to #1, man. Name Uno says shout out to Trap. I ain't tripping. Uno says, that's the middle ground shit, which is fine. I'm speaking from my side. If it was something on your side, then you would stand on that side. But since I'm calling niggas out for literally taking from a culture but not showing love to it. But I mean, no, what I'm saying is you're talking, I don't know if you're talking generally. I don't know if you're talking about the Ventura artists and specifically. I'm talking about the Ventura artists specifically that I see online. What I'm saying is, they're not the only ones that do that. It's everybody's taken from hip hop culture and black culture. It's Asians, it's white people, it's them, it's Latin people from all over the world. It's everywhere. Everybody's doing it. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't think that everybody is, and they're doing it and excluding black people. Even if you just saw that there were some Asian reggae singers in Lompoc, some Filipino reggae singers in Lompoc. You know what I'm saying? That's that's doing black culture. What I am saying is I don't think that people do that shit maliciously. I think it's frustrating, but I don't think that it's always malicious. You know what I'm saying? I just think they're not looking beyond I don't think they're looking beyond their sphere. I don't think they're looking beyond their environment. They're just doing what they like and not recognizing the effect that it has on the cultures that they're taking from. And I see you in the chat, Luxury. Since you #1, I'm gonna replay it and I'm gonna let it run. But we ain't never saving the talking for later. This is you feel what I'm saying? Like, this is what the show is about, is this kind of dialogue. So
bring me 2050s and a
My phone start ringing me, my trap is ready.
Uno says, I put 68 artists on Lucky Summerfest and those same niggas throw events, have podcasts, etc. All those people don't have a single black people on there. That's what I'm saying. Niggas are talking and not showing love. My assumption is because they don't want it to be 100 niggas in a place that makes them uncomfortable. Yeah, and I'm saying I don't think that's... I just don't agree with that analysis, because why would they... I've seen those same people show up to places where it's a lot of niggas, you know what I'm saying? So why would they show up to places with a lot of niggas and not want to be? I don't think they're thinking that deeply about it. I think maybe they need to be notified, and maybe they need, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never had this conversation with them, so I'd have to have this conversation and see their reaction before I judge them. I'm gonna let it run, Fetty. I'm gonna let it run, Trap God.
Following the instructions down there, following the instructions. High heels on, she'll show you how to function. High heels on, she'll show you how to function.
Woke up and I'm feeling like the one. Diamond shining like I caught the sun. Chasing chicken like I'm on a run. Bring me 20 50s in the hunt.
My phone start ringing me, my trap is ready. Trap is ready, trap's ready. Dashing through the traffic like Marin's ready. Screen's ready, it's ready. I came to put the sauce on the spaghetti. The spaghetti, I'm tripping. Get your nigga, is he on Fetty? Is he on Fetty?
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's the #1 video on the coast. Trap God out of Santa Maria. Luxury the Trap God with Fetty. Make sure you add that to your libraries and playlists. Ventura Tide Pod says, hey, a big thank you to Uno for coming to our show last night, and Luigi too, and bringing some amazing gifts for us. We are always appreciative. Mina Azul was talking crazy on that show last night, y'all. She was going wild. John Mercado 97 says, I blast this when I wake up picking violence. I love it. That's funny. Ventura Tide Pod says, and Lord Sanctus and Uno, please come on our show together. It would be a fun discussion for a podcast. I owe y'all that anyways. I definitely got to figure that out, man, because every time I watch your show, I'm like, yo, I need to get on this show. It's just been, the work life has been nuts, yo. That's all I can say. But I will make it happen. I will definitely I want to make at least 2 happen before the end of 2024. That's my goal. I'm saying it on the air, so it's cemented in the record of life. I want to do at least 2 Ventura Tide Pods before the end of 2024. Ventura Tide Pod says, yeah. Mina Uno says she was on one. Tyrese Reed says it's all about support, and that's just something 805 doesn't have when it comes to music support. But it is growing. You feel what I'm saying? And like that's this conversation, Tyrese, is that we see that the support is growing, and we as the black side of the hip hop spectrum want to be included in that growth. Like if there was no CTC radio, then you wouldn't see any black artists from the 805, and you would think that there were no black artists on the 805. And in fact, you would think that San Luis Obispo and Santa Maria and Napomo and all of us are not even part of the 805 the way that they operate down there. And I'm not saying that I don't think they're doing it intentionally. I just think that they're not looking outside of their network of people. They're tapping in with people they went to high school with, people they went to school with. We didn't go to school with them down there. I'm way older than them, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think they're checking for niggas in their 40s, you know what I'm saying? So and again, I'm speaking as to why I think they don't know what I do and who I am. I'm not trying to discredit Uno's experience. I'm just saying my experience. Tyrese Reed says correct. But yeah, congratulations, Tyrese Reed. Not Tyrese. Congratulations, Luxury, the Trap God. We got sidetracked. Good conversation. We'll do that. And I would love to continue this conversation on Ventura Tide Pod, so let's set that up. But the #1 video for 3 days in a row, the longest streak we've had on the countdown. That's major. I think that deserves a round of applause. Fetty in at #1. You got 7 more rounds to go before we pay you out. 7 more rounds. If the artist is number 1 10 times in a row, they gonna get some money in their pocket. He's at #3. So tomorrow is a new day, a new countdown. Tyrese Reed says, motherfuckers is lazy for real. I'm outside with you. Not even lying about that, bro. Like, I think this is a conversation that we really need to have. And this is not for the rappers. This is not for the artists. This is for the listeners. John Mercado says, ever since I met CTC, I've been loving and supporting all the local artists I hear. Yo, and you have been doing that shit. I think you're the realest like listener on the coast. Some artists on the coast owe all of their streams to John Mercado and don't even know it. Let's talk about that. Tyrese Reed says 3P ciao. And Tyrese Reed says we really do sanctify. So this is what I was saying before I get off air. I just got to say this. This is something the listeners need to hear. You as the listeners, you as the people who are not artists, but the people who can help artists expand their career. I think y'all really need to like look inward and evaluate yourself, because a lot of y'all be holding on to your support like it gives you power, right? Like when we ask, hey, click this link and vote for us on the countdown. Or when we say, hey, click this link, tap this link and stream our music. Or hey, give us a follow. Or hey, give us a like. Or hey, give us a subscribe. And you say in your mind, I'm not going to tap on that. Why would I tap on that? It's in my feed. Like one of my biggest pet peeves is when somebody who is not a creative does something like makes their profile untaggable, or makes it so you can't DM them, or makes it so you can't share something with them. Because it's like, do you really think that your time is so, and your attention is so valuable that nobody should be able to reach out to you? That's crazy. Like, so we know you're on this platform all day just scrolling, trying to be entertained. We're here saying, hey, let us entertain you. But you're like, no, I don't want entertainment from you. I only want entertainment from people that will never give me the time of day and will never even acknowledge my existence. I only want to give them my attention. But when it comes to somebody I know, when it comes to somebody that I know can benefit from my support, I'm going to hold back that support and that attention because you think it gives you some sort of power. And I think you need to look inward, because what you're conflating as power might be a cry for help. You know what I'm saying? You might think that you might feel like you don't have a voice in your life. And so you withholding support for somebody else makes you feel like you have a voice, makes you feel like, okay, I have no control over anything else in my life, but I can control not supporting this nigga that I hate. I think that's a weird way to look at life. You know what I'm saying? Like, how about not holding back support from people you hate? Get rid of that energy and support the people you like. Just find somebody you like. If you don't like CTC Radio, cool. That's fine. Support Ventura Tide Pod. If you don't like Ventura Tide Pod, cool. Support Capsule Talk. But for you to just say, I'm not going to support nothing at all because it makes you feel like you have some sort of power or some sort of flex, is crazy, y'all. It's crazy people behavior. And I just hope you know that you don't own your profile. Mark Zuckerberg owns your profile. He could shut this whole shit off tomorrow and you have absolutely nothing with your 200 followers. So as much as I want support from your 200 followers, and I think that every single click and tap is valuable and appreciated, I don't think that like it's so valuable that like we gotta beg you for it. You feel what I'm saying? Like I have worked from the bottom up many times, and I'm down to do so again and again and again and again and again and again. But what I'm not finna do is like beg people who don't support to start supporting. What I would rather do is lean into the people that do support, like the people in this chat right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's where the value comes from. We focus a lot on the people that aren't gonna support, and they're never gonna support because them withholding their support makes them feel powerful, and them knowing that we have a problem with it makes them feel powerful. So what we got to do is stop focusing on them and focusing on the people that do support. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that's difficult because there's not a lot of those people in our area, but I also don't think that we've tried everything, and I don't have all the answers, but I just had to get that off my chest because I noticed when people do that. Like I've literally seen people skip over things that they could support, and they get a kick out of it. Like, I'm not finna like that. I'm not finna comment on that. Fuck this. Fuck that. And it's just like, yo, that person doesn't even really know you're giving them that energy, and you don't even keep that same energy with them when you see them. So what are you doing? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Anyways, we could talk a lot more about this tomorrow. I will be back at 6 p.m. Pacific time. If you're in the Atascadero area, make sure you pop in on Jay Riley at Outlaws. Him, Garrick Niffen, and a whole bunch of other dope local MCs will be in the bar performing. It's gonna be a vibe, so pull up if you're over the grade. I will be back on the air at 6 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Please make sure you visit our websites and get yourself some merch. That really, really, really helps us out. That's the best way to support this channel so we can keep doing these lives. Ventura Tide Pod says, wow, glad I tuned into this rant. Am I making sense though? Did I sound crazy, or am I making sense? I don't know. Sometimes I be in my head, but that shit bothers me, yo. Like, I think when people flex false power that they don't really have, I think the lack of logic in that thought process drives me crazy. So I had to say something. John Mercado says he's gonna be in the building tomorrow. Yo, I don't know if I will, but even if I am not, please make sure you have a shot with Jay Riley for me. And he says, you made sense, just stating the fact. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know I'm not crazy. Congratulations, Trap God. Hopefully you can get number 4 tomorrow. I'm out this bitch. I will see y'all tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Peace.